All right, you definitely got that polyrhythm thing down. Quite fast, too. That was pretty impressive. So we're going to go a step further with this. Definitely makes it more challenging. And we got the same rhythm here. And it's going to be done 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So everything is that dotted eighth note spacing or length. But we're changing the chord every bar, and that makes it extra difficult. So counting this like a 3-4 time signature is helpful in the slow speeds. So, you come in on the 1, and then you basically count this like your 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and. So you change chords on the and of 2 if you're counting it like a 3-4 time signature. So the and of 2, then the E of 3, and then 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E. So the E of 3 is when you play another chord. And then so 3 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and so on. So it's basically one of these polyrhythm and polymeter things. Because we got the polyrhythm with every, so you got the 4 chords spaced evenly across the 3 beats. And polymeter because we can look at the rhythmic pattern happening every 3 beats, but the bar is 4 beats long. So the 4 time signature there and changing chords every bar. Yeah, it's a lot to think about here. So we got to be very careful with this. There's no way I'm going to get this as fast as the other one from last time because, again, there's too much happening. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 1 E, 2 E and a 3 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 1 E. I changed that on the wrong chord or wrong beat. Goodness. 1, 2. Sorry, should have had like a cough drop or something. Whew, goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 2. As it gets going faster, something that could help once you're locked into the strumming pattern is count how many times you've played the chord. So it's always going to go 6, 5, 5, 6, 5, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 100. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go 130. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's give 140 a shot. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll go back down to 120 and do the repeats there. 1, or the repeat. Yeah, we're just going to do 2 times through here because of how long this thing already is. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, sweet picking. Let's hit all 4 of these latest shapes. And down to 60 we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of a weird thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go up by 20s this time. 80. 1, 2, 3, 4. 100. 1, 2, 3, 4. 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. 140. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 60. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oof, that was bad. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 200. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 220. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 240 to end. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oof. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oof. Okay. So next scale thing, going up 1 string at a time. Next chord theory thing. So we're going to start working with inversions. So what you've been working with, we'll start with this C chord here. That's basically no inversion right there. Also known as root position. Because you got the intervals, just one right after the next. So 1, 3, 5. So the first inversion, instead of going 1, 3, 5, it's going to go 3, 5, 1. So it would go third interval, fifth interval, and then the 1. So what we're going to do is take the 1 and make that the highest note in the chord. So that right there is a first inversion C major chord. Now the way it's written up here is C major over E. So that little diagonal line there, or the slash, that is basically whenever you see that in a chord name, the thing on the left, that is the name of the chord. And then we got the slash. And then we have the new bass note. The new bass note. So all the notes are still the same there because we still have a C, E, and a G. But now we're just going to start with the E, then the G, and then the C. So it's a C major with E as the new bass note. So C major over E. And what we have set up here is something to help quickly find the first inversion chords. So we got the C5 chord here. And the intervals are stacked up as 1, 5, 1. So if you take this chord and you want to make it major, the first inversion major, what you do is you take that bass note and you go up 2 whole steps. And the other 2 stay the same. So again, we take this, move it up 2 whole steps, which is a major third distance. And you got your first inversion major chord. Now, if you needed to do it a minor chord, you go up 1.5 steps. So that is a minor third distance. So that would be a minor first inversion minor chord. And in this case, it would be C minor over E flat. It's not in key, but just want to show from the same point how you would find these things. So again, you want a major chord, you take the power chord, go up 2 whole steps for the new bass note to get your first inversion major. If you want it to be minor, you go up 1.5 steps, the minor third distance, to get the first inversion minor. For the diminished, what we need to do, we can start with the power chord, but then we need to flat the 5. So we have our, in this case, C5 flat 5. And then just like the minor chord, we go up 1.5 steps, minor third distance, to get the diminished chord. So this would be a C diminished over E flat. So what you're going to do here, good idea to like arpeggiate everything as you go through it. So you can see how we're going from one power chord, or from a power chord up to the triad inversion, or first inversion. And then your job, after you go through that and you get familiar with the shapes, you're going to write them out again. Power chord first, and then the first inversion. So you're going to start this line all on the A string, and then you got the D string, and then of course the G string. So the Roman numerals are there, and I believe it's all correct. Let me just double check here. So we get up here. The 6 needs to be twice on that one. Yep, that's right. We get up here. The 2 is done twice. Yep. And then the last line. The 5 is twice. Yep. So, yeah, as you're working up, when you see the Roman numeral done twice, you know that you're going to play the high octave first. And then when that Roman numeral is there for that second time, you go to the open position. So you'll have chord number 6 done at the high octave and low octave here. And then for starting on the D string, you will have chord number 2 at the high octave and open position. And for the G string, chord number 5 will be at the high octave and open position. And that is that. All right, any questions come up, let me know, and I will see you again next week.